latest news, I'm April Cummings. Government confirms all the vaccine supplies sent from the UK will be used before their expiry date. As of today, the total number of people who've received first doses in the Cayman Islands reached 44,144 people. A total of 38,025 people have received their second doses. That means the Cayman Islands has currently vaccinated 68% of the population with at least one dose of the vaccine against SARS-CoV-2. 59% have completed the two-dose course. Officials say this compares favorably to countries with some of the highest vaccination rates in the world, such as Israel. The government expressed its gratitude to the people, to the governor's office, and to the UK government, which provided the vaccine at no cost since the first shipment in January 2021. The UK, we're told, will continue to supply the entire eligible population of the overseas territories with vaccines, including booster shots if needed later this year. Noting that the Cayman Islands is now expected to use all the supplies received from the UK before the end of June, His Excellency Governor Martin Roper confirms the UK government will send an additional delivery here on June 16th. Anyone still in need of a vaccine is urged to visit the Health Services Authority website for the latest version of the vaccination schedule. As to the COVID-19 PCR test results for today, no positives from 330 COVID-19 tests. KMAS is coming to Cayman for those who have been vaccinated. Cabinet grants conditional approval for the street parade scheduled for August 7th. Director of KMAS Carnival Craig Frederick tells us Cayman will be the first country to host a carnival with a full street parade since February 2020.
We at KMAS are anticipating an exciting carnival experience, which has been made possible because of the sacrifice and discipline of the people of the Cayman Islands.
Now, the approval is contingent upon organizers of the event adhering to strict criteria to ensure a safe carnival experience for patrons. The conditions include the stipulation that all people who participate in the parade in any capacity have completed a full course of COVID-19 vaccine at least 14 days prior to the start of the parade.
This mandate will give everyone the chance to revel freely and safely on 7 Mile Beach on August 7th and beyond. It's been 2 years since Cayman has had carnival, and we feel it's time for that to change. See you on the road on August 7th.
KMAS will be actively promoting the Cayman Islands National Vaccination Drive, and all participants will be given a COVID-19 pamphlet while collecting their costumes. The domestic election observers for the 2021 elections provide their recommendations. Radio Cayman's Felicia Rankin-Solins has the details.
After following guidelines and interviewing a wide range of people involved in the elections, the observers noticed some areas the Cayman Islands electoral process could improve.
Regarding the change in the law allowing postal and mobile votes to be mixed and counted with the rest of the polling day votes, the Elections Office fought for this amendment, which did improve the secrecy of the vote. We strongly commend this change. However, changes to election-related rules should generally not be made such a short time before polling day.
Hadley Roberts, election observer, head of mission and chair, adds that ultimately it was felt the secrecy of the vote was respected, but further updates should be considered.
Concerns persist over the serial numbers on the counterfoils and the ballot. We understand why these exist in the way that they do. However, we believe that the perceived advantage of having the serial numbers is outweighed by the real and perceived effects of these serial numbers on the secrecy of the vote.
They noted possible improvement for data privacy.
We recommend a careful analysis of all the personal data that is collected on electors and candidates, and any other persons involved in the elections process, to ensure compliance with the Data Protection Act. We emphasize the need to make sure that the personal data gathered is necessary for the relevant purpose, processed and publicized in a manner that is consistent with data protection principles, and that appropriate notice be given to all data subjects about the use of their personal data.
The observers stressed that it is, however, up to Parliament to introduce any changes. For Radio Cayman News, I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins.
There were 9 members of the observation team, with 2 reserve members who were not present during polling. In police news, a wanted man is now in custody. Police say just after 5:15 p.m. Monday, Conway Whitaker turned himself in to the Cayman Islands Detention Center. He was arrested on suspicion of assault and damage to property. It related to an incident that took place on Thursday, May 27th in Northside. Tonight, a serious assault is under investigation. It happened around 5:20 p.m. Monday outside a liquor store near Powell Smith Road in West Bay. Police say two men got into an argument. One man was stabbed, the other hit by a glass bottle. They were both taken to the hospital for treatment for serious but non-life-threatening injuries. One of the men, a 50-year-old from West Bay, has been arrested on suspicion of wounding. Police say both men were in the hospital. Detectives are encouraging anyone with information to call the West Bay Police Station. The number is 949-3999. Anonymous tips can be provided directly to police on their website. 9 people are under arrest on suspicion of driving under the influence after police launch Operation Quaker. Here's Radio Cayman's Dion Anglin with more.
More than 30 tickets were issued to drivers, the majority for speeding violations. Operation Quaker was launched in response to recent road fatalities and serious collisions. Police say since it started, they responded to fewer than 20 calls for service for motor vehicle collisions during the same time period. Police say they also received a number of reports made by members of the public requesting a police presence to traffic violations they witnessed. The RCIPS plans to continue Operation Quaker in the weeks to come, targeting times, days, and locations known to be busy with social activities that may lead to drunk driving, speeding, and other road violations. Reporting for Radio Cayman News, I'm Dion Anglin.
The Joint Marine Unit is investigating a collision involving 2 vessels just before 9:40 p.m. last night. Officers from the RCIPS, the Cayman Islands Coast Guard, Fire Service, and Air Operations Unit, as well as EMS, responded to the report of the collision, which involved a fishing vessel and a sailboat in the Governor's Harbor area off Magellan Key. The 3 occupants of the fishing vessel were said to have been thrown into the water but were able to make it to shore safely. But the captain of the fishing vessel received injuries in the collision. The captain was taken to the Cayman Islands Hospital for what appeared to be non-life-threatening injuries. No one else was hurt. Celebrations in honor of the Queen's birthday are heading to Government House this year. His Excellency the Governor, Martin Roper.
I hope members of the public will come out and enjoy the celebrations as we express our collective wishes for Her Majesty's continued good health and longevity on her official birthday.
Chief of Protocol Melanie Sims tells Radio Cayman the Cayman Islands Regiment and the Cayman Islands Coast Guard will march among approximately 200 senior uniformed services and youth organizations for the annual parade on June 14th at 4 p.m.
Although Her Majesty the Queen was born on the 21st of April, it has long been the tradition to celebrate the sovereign's official birthday in the summer.
Honors and awards will be given to those recognized at either the previous year's parade or announced in the Queen's New Year's honors. This year's recipients include Customs and Border Control Director Charles Clifford and Pastor Randy Von Cannell. The general public is invited to attend the procession and awards and then stay on to enjoy a garden party reception on the grounds of Government House from 5 to 7 p.m. Now, due to COVID-19 restrictions, the garden party reception is limited to 500 people and the parade limited to 1,000 people, including participants. Well, it's a wrap for Child Month. The final event was held Saturday at Cayman Brack Creek Seventh-day Adventist Church. Highlights of the event included the presentation of the second Child Month awardee and a sermon on bravery and resilience. 10-year-old Samia Rich was announced as Child Month's primary school recipient. The Creek and Spot Bay primary student received a plaque and a laptop from the Minister for Social Development. That is your latest local news from Radio Cayman's newsroom. I'm April Cummings.